Hey guys, it's Teresa and welcome back to It's Just Another Schilling. Today I am going to be making something super delicious. It's a favorite of mine. It is Tuscan chicken. I am not going to apologize for all the background noise. Right now I'm sitting outside watching my children play in the water and enjoy the sun. So here we have all our ingredients. We have some chicken, a cup of heavy whipping cream, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, salt and garlic powder, a half a cup of chicken broth, spinach, and sun-dried tomatoes. I start as I almost always do by putting olive oil in my pan and getting it hot. Once it's at that temperature, you know it is because it rolls around in the pan like water. You're going to add your chicken breast and get that sizzling. You want to make sure that your chicken breast has a little bit of room to breathe. You don't want to overcrowd it in the pan. That's how you get the nice brown effect going on. So once our chicken is cooking, we're going to give it about 3 to 4 minutes on one side. We're looking for caramelization, that nice browning effect going on the underneath. Once that is achieved, we're going to flip it over and we're going to cook it until it's done. Done is 165 degrees Fahrenheit when you use the thermometer. Now, I personally know what meat feels like when it's actually cooked to temperature, but when it comes to chicken, I still like to use my thermometer. I just want to make sure that it's cooked properly and that we hold it at the right temperature. You don't want to get anyone sick. Alright, so my meat is now flipped over. I'm going to let it cook for a minute here. This is usually when I also cover my pan. It just cooks a little bit faster when I do it that way. And then I'm not standing around waiting the whole entire time just for chicken to cook. So we're now at 165 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and get this chicken out of the pan and get the rest of the chicken cooking off. I have about 2 pounds that I want to get cooked in this meal, so we're just going to continue on with our process. So my chicken is now all cooked. I have it setting off to the side and resting. Sorry guys, I'm playing with my camera for a hot second there. I got my chicken broth in the pan, getting it deglazed. Confessions of a cook. I may or may not have just set off the smoke detectors. It was really just too much steam coming out of the pan at one time, too hot of a pan. Bad combination. But it was okay, no fire, so just a fun little task. I got my chicken broth going, it's sitting in the pan. Once this is ready to go, we're going to go ahead and add in our heavy whipping cream. You're going to pour it all in there, get it nice and bubbly, stir it to combine. That brown is all the flavor that you're looking for, all that caramelization deliciousness. It's going to add a different flavor level to your sauce. You need it, guys. Just go with it. Once this starts to boil, I'm going to get my salt, that's my pink Himalayan sea salt, and my garlic powder into the pan. We're going to add a little bit of cracked brown pepper in there. I can't really make a savory video without my sea salt and my cracked brown pepper. They go with me just about everywhere. So what I'm waiting for is this mixture right here to start bubbling. You see the little bubbles coming up around the side. I want it to be a full roaring boil. So I'm going to continue stirring it just because I don't want that heavy whipping cream to stick to the bottom of the pan. But I also want to get this to a boil. A boil is going to help thicken it up. It's going to add a different flavor level in the profile. It's going to make the sauce a little bit creamier, and it's just going to boil out some of that chicken broth that we have in there and make it a richer sauce. So just give it a second, give it its time that it needs, and let it boil. So now I'm ready to add my Parmesan cheese. This is a grated Parmesan cheese. I buy this at Aldi in a tub. I also buy it at Walmart sometimes. They're both really good choices. They definitely do the job. This is going to help thicken up the sauce a little bit faster. The thing with this is now you have to make sure that you're working fast, or the Parmesan cheese is actually going to burn to the bottom of the pan. That's not what we want. We want it to get incorporated. We want it to be rich and flavorful, and just all around be a delicious sauce. So again, I'm letting it boil. The boiling is continuing to remove the moisture from the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and get my sun-dried tomatoes in there, start getting them rehydrated. Keeping sure to stir and make sure that the bottom of my pan is scraped. You'll see that I switched to a rubber scraper, and you'll also see that when I scrape there is a second of no trace. That's what you're looking for in making this sauce. If it is continually coating the bottom of the pan, you need to let it cook a little longer. Now I'm going to add my spinach in and get that started cooking. Really, I just want all of my spinach coated with the sauce. Once it's there, it's going to cook more in a couple minutes, but I just want all that flavor going on all over everything. So now I'm going to take the sauce out of my pan and get the chicken back in. So once the chicken's in, I am going to go ahead and get the sauce poured over all of this. And then I'm going to cover it and just let it sit a moment, get those flavors completely incorporated into the chicken. And then I will show you what I do with it after that. So here I have it. I have one big casserole dish with a Tuscan chicken for my family when they get home. They're out at a party this weekend. And then on the side you see that little dish that I'm pouring into right now. That is for me. I have to go to work and I am bringing it with me. Underneath the chicken I actually took a bag of cauliflower rice and put it in. It is going to get cooked when we go to reheat this later on today. But there you have it. This is my creamy Tuscan chicken. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.